This week, open source AI stopped shipping chat windows and started assembling the missing operating system around agents. The last one makes the browser the office, the intern, and the unattended machinery. Procurement may want to breathe into a paper bag. Quietly. It is a countdown. Let us begin. Number 10. Agent skills. This is not another model pretending it invented software engineering. It is a library of production-grade workflows for coding agents. Spec, plan, build, test, review, ship. Somewhere a senior engineer got flattened into Markdown, and honestly the Markdown is easier to schedule meetings with. The tool is deliberately small. It teaches repeatable engineering habits, not every possible job on Earth. Measure twice, cut once. Except the carpenter is a language model, and until now it was measuring with vibes. You know the moment. It is 8:43 p.m. Your agent has edited 7 files, declared victory, and left the test suite face down in the hallway. The pull request says the API is probably fine. The word probably is doing more work than the agent did. Agent skills gives the agent named routines for the boring parts humans forget to say out loud. Write the spec first. Slice the plan. Prove the change. Look before you leap is now a config file. If your coding agent keeps improvising a career, clone this and hand it a job description before the next prompt. It is boring in exactly the way payroll appreciates. Documents are where automation usually goes to die politely. Number 9. OfficeCLI. It gives agents direct control over Word, Excel, and PowerPoint without requiring Microsoft Office to be installed. The job is tight. Read the document. Render it. Edit it. Check what changed. Repeat until the slide stops looking like it was assembled during turbulence. It is 1:12 a.m. The client wants one figure changed in a deck, one table fixed in a spreadsheet, and one heading moved 2 millimeters because brand guidelines have feelings. Your agent can write Python. Your deck does not care. This is death by 1,000 paper cuts, and the paper is legally binding. OfficeCLI turns those files into structured commands and previews, so the agent can operate on the artifact instead of guessing through library glue. PowerPoint becomes a file system with manners. The devil is in the details, and the details are in cell B14 merged for reasons nobody remembers. Try it now if your work contains Office files and quiet resentment. That is a large market. Sadly, the paperwork finally has an API-shaped handle. Please try to act normal, so the agent can follow a process. Now it needs to remember why. Number 8. TencentDB Agent Memory. This is a local memory system for agents, built around symbolic short-term memory and layered long-term memory. It is not a bucket of embeddings with a nice label. It stores raw traces, step summaries, seam blocks, and persona-level facts in layers, then lets the agent recall only the piece it needs. Because right now, everything you tell an agent goes in one ear and out the other, and it does not technically have ears. It is Monday morning. You explain the repo convention for the 4th time. By lunch, the agent has rediscovered the old convention and reopened a wound from March. An elephant never forgets. Your agent forgets on purpose, hourly, with confidence. Memory becomes a filing cabinet with receipts. The README claims token cuts and pass rate gains in continuous long horizon sessions, which is the only kind that hurts properly. If your agents keep asking who you are, install memory before you start charging them rent. It does not remember everything. It remembers the staircase back to the evidence. Memory helps, and the next problem is the room where code actually happens. Number 7. Crush. It is a terminal-based AI coding agent from Charm, with multiple model providers, session context, LSP help, MCP extensions, and first-class terminal support across operating systems. It does not try to become your whole IDE. Stands in the terminal and does terminal things. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the IDE. It is 10:26 p.m. The build fails only on WSL. Your browser tabs are now a small legal dispute. You need grep, edits, tests, and a model that can stay in the room while the shell throws the same error twice. Crush is that coworker. Keyboard, no chair, no feelings about stand-up. Most coding tools flee the scene of the crime. The stack trace lives in the terminal, so Crush stays at the crime scene and takes notes. In this week's bigger pattern, it is the workbench, not the factory. Use it if you want an agent close to the shell instead of floating above your project like a product tour. Unglamorous. That is why it may actually survive contact with your repo. One coding agent is a helper. 5 coding agents are a scheduling problem with opinions. Number 6. Orca. It is an agent development environment for running Claude Code, Codex, OpenCode, Pi, and other CLI agents side by side, each in its own worktree. The idea is specific. Fan out work. Track it. Compare results. Merge the one that did not chew through the furniture. Too many cooks spoil the broth. The cooks are asynchronous now, and the broth is your main branch. It is 6:18 p.m. and you are on your phone. 2 agents finished, one is waiting for clarification, one made a branch named final, and one discovered philosophy inside a TypeScript error. Orca gives the fleet a dashboard, mobile notifications, terminal splits, GitHub and linear context, and diff comments you can send back to the agent. It is herding cats, except the cat's file status reports now. And this still is not the browser that makes the metaphor literal. That comes later. Try Orca before your parallel workflow becomes folklore. Managers wanted visibility. Unfortunately, now the agents have it too. Parallel agents produce code, and eventually one of them wants to run it. Fine. Number 5. CubeSandbox. It is a Rust VMM and KVM-based sandbox service for AI agents, compatible with the E2B SDK, with fast startup, hardware-level isolation, snapshots, rollback, egress controls, a credential vault, and web management. The target is concrete. Give untrusted code a room. Watch the exits. Keep the keys outside. Good fences make good neighbors, especially when the neighbor is a shell script from a repo with 9 stars. It is 12:04 a.m. The agent says it only needs to run a quick install script from a repo you have never heard of. The script asks for network access with the confidence of a raccoon near an open fridge. You were about to let the fox guard the henhouse, and the fox had sudo. CubeSandbox gives every risky script its own padded cell, plus a panic button that looks suspiciously like rollback. An ounce of prevention here is worth exactly 1 incident report with screenshots. Clone it if your agents execute code for users, evaluations, or training loops. This is not paranoia. It is housekeeping now that the broom can install npm packages. Walls are good and maps are better. Number 4. Codebase-memory-mcp. This is a code intelligence MCP server that indexes repositories into a persistent knowledge graph using TreeSitter across 158 languages, with structural queries, impact analysis, architecture views, and a single static binary install. It is built for one narrow pane. Agents should not read your entire codebase by licking every file one at a time. Right now they cannot see the forest for the trees, and they bill you for each tree. It is 9:57 p.m. The agent renamed a helper in payments, and the broken caller was hiding in a worker nobody has opened since onboarding. The tests fail with a stack trace shaped like a tax form, finding that caller was a needle in a haystack, and the haystack was priced per token. Codebase-memory-mcp gives the agent graph queries before it starts swinging. The codebase becomes a map with door numbers, and the graph knows where the bodies are buried, including the ones in the legacy worker. Try it on a large repo now. It is less romantic than intuition and much less likely to delete the wrong abstraction. Now the agent has skills, and the uncomfortable question is whether those skills can improve without someone hand-polishing Markdown forever. Number 3. SkillOpt. Microsoft describes it as a text-space optimizer for reusable natural language skills. It trains the skill document itself through scored trajectories, bounded edits, validation gates, rejected edit buffers, and a deployed best_skilled@MD artifact. No model weights need to move. Several business plans just fell to draft. Your best prompt today is lightning in a bottle, and nobody labeled the bottle. It is 2:31 a.m. You have a prompt that works on 3 tasks, fails on the 4th, and nobody knows which sentence made it lucky. That is not engineering. That is a rabbit's foot with a version number. SkillOpt turns the folk medicine into an optimization loop. Practice makes perfect, and the practice is now scored, gated, and buffered like it has a coach. This matters because agent infrastructure cannot depend on sacred handwritten spells. Try it if your best workflow lives in a note called final_prompt_really_good.md. That file is a cry for help. The prompt stops being a superstition and starts being a trainable artifact. Self-improving skills are charming until they touch production. Number 2. OpenShell. NVIDIA calls it a safe, private runtime for autonomous AI agents. The repository gives agents sandbox execution environments, declarative YAML policies, policy-enforced egress routing, credential protection, and a gateway that can allow, route, or deny outbound behavior. It does not try to make the model promise harder. It moves the promise into application code. Trust but verify. Except the verifying is a gateway and the trust is optional. You are on a staging box at 11:40 p.m. The agent needs GitHub, the package registry, and a model endpoint. It does not need the rest of the internet, your cloud keys, or a surprise post request to a customer system. Give an agent an inch and it will take a mile, then open a ticket about the mile. OpenShell is a leash made of policy, not vibes. Most security stories lock the barn door after the horse bolts. This one interviews the horse at the door. If agents are becoming workers, they need badges, doors, and logs. Clone it before your autonomy story meets the security team in daylight. The model can still be clever, just not through the wrong door. And then the operating system theme stops being a metaphor. Number 1. BrowserOS. It is an open-source Chromium fork that runs AI agents natively, with browser automation tools and MCP server, scheduled tasks, app integrations, local model support, and a privacy-first bring-your-own-keys model. It is not just a chatbot bolted beside tabs. It makes the browser the place where the agent sees, clicks, extracts, files, schedules, and reports. The agent used to knock. Now it has made itself at home, and it did the dishes. It is 7:05 a.m. You need research from 3 sites, a summary in a local folder, a GitHub issue updated, and a reminder to check the result tomorrow. Usually that becomes 6 tabs, 2 logins, and a small ritual of copy-paste. BrowserOS turns the browser into the office floor. That pays off the whole list. Skills gave agents procedure. Memory gave them recall. Sandboxes gave them walls. OpenShell gave them rules. BrowserOS gives them the room where work actually happens. They say home is where the heart is. For agents, home is apparently Chromium. Try it now before your browser becomes the last unautomated employee. The tabs have unionized. They appear to have elected an agent. The story this week is simple. Agents are not getting one big brain. They are getting an office building with locks, memory, browsers, and fire exits. Pick one repo and build something before it becomes somebody else's demo.